When did eating healthy become so expensive? With packaged food, expensive superfood, and luxury products, it can feel like eating healthy really is out of the question. It's just out of the budget. But I have a secret to tell you. Eating healthy does not have to be expensive. I know as a full-time student, I've found so many life hacks to eat healthy on a budget. Recently, I had the opportunity with one of my college clubs, Knights for Animal Rights, to talk to students on campus about how they can eat a healthy plant-based diet for under $3. At this event, it really shed light to how many students have this question. How do I eat healthy without spending a lot of money? It's the #1 question I heard. With so many people wondering the same thing, can you eat a healthy diet while living on a budget? You have to ask yourself, is this even possible? And if so, how do you do it? Luckily, I had the chance to sit down with Danny, a vegan activist and bodybuilder. You might know him from his social media and YouTube as Lifting Vegan Logic. And I had a chance to ask him his thoughts on eating healthy on a budget. Let's check out what he has to say.
People often think that eating plant-based or eating healthy or a vegan diet has to be expensive, but that just isn't the case. There's things like oatmeal, pasta, rice, lentils, bananas. These are some of the cheapest foods on the planet, and they're all plant-based. Now, there are 20,000 edible plants to consume, so some of them are going to be cheap, some of them are going to be expensive. So it isn't inherent to the plant-based diet that it's expensive.
Danny makes a great point. No matter what kind of diet you're on, it's up to you on how much you spend on it. Hey guys, my name is Chris and welcome back to the Lifestyle Design Show, the #1 place to learn how to survive and thrive on that budget. Today, I'm going to be going over my personal top 5 food staples that I always keep in my kitchen, that I eat every single week to try to make sure that I'm always staying healthy and eating healthy while also keeping my budget. So if you love tips like this, make sure to stay tuned and also make sure to smash that subscribe button because I post new videos every single Tuesday. All right, let's get into it. #1 for healthy staples that I keep in my kitchen is pasta. Pasta is one of my favorite foods. I love pasta so much. Literally, I love pasta so much. Coming from an Italian background, we ate pasta all the time growing up. I could literally say the olive oil runs through my veins. But actually, pasta is an amazing meal option because you can get either regular pasta, which is classic, or you can get protein pasta, which I really love because it's a great way to get more protein in and more macronutrients. Another reason that I love pasta so much is because it's so easy to meal prep with pasta. You can make one batch and then use it throughout the week, so you have food multiple days, and I really love to do that. So that's why pasta is my #1 healthy meal staple on a budget. #2 healthy food staple on a budget are smoothies. I try to always have the ingredients for a smoothie in my kitchen at all times. And that's really not hard because you can pretty much make a smoothie out of anything. I love making smoothies because they're nutritionally dense and they're delicious. I always try to add different fruits and vegetables to make my smoothie as nutritious as I can make it, while also making it super duper tasty. If you're interested in learning how I actually make my personal favorite smoothie, it's a power smoothie, and how I do that on a budget, make sure to go ahead and click the link down in the description. I just wrote a blog post about that on the website, so make sure to go ahead and click that link if you're interested. My #3 healthy food staple while living on a budget are oats. That's right, oats. I love oats. They're so versatile, literally so much you could do with them, and they're so cheap, they're so inexpensive. I can't believe how much deliciousness is packed into these grains at such a good price. Literally, oats are so good. My personal favorite way to prepare oats is to make protein oats. And the way you do that, you take your oats, I personally like to mash my oats with a banana, and then you make sure that after you cook it or after you soak them overnight, add some protein powder to it. And honestly, it tastes really good. A little bit of protein, a little bit of sweetener, a little bit of plant milk, and wow, it's so good. I make oatmeal all the time, breakfast, lunch, and even for a late night snack. Oats will change your life. Also, oat milk is delicious too. It's actually one of my personal favorite milks of all time. So if you haven't tried oat milk yet, I highly encourage it. Literally, change your life. And #4 staple food is to smash that like button if you haven't done so already. It actually really helps the channel and I really appreciate it. Seriously, #4 staple budget food is tofu. A lot of people might be surprised to hear me say tofu. People don't actually understand tofu. Tofu is one of my favorite foods because #1, it is so inexpensive. At Walmart, I can get a block of tofu for about $1.50, and that's about 1 to 2 meals right there. So tofu is a very economical option. It's also packed with protein and it's delicious. A lot of people don't realize how good tofu is because they just don't know how to prepare tofu. The best way to make tofu is you have to drain the block of tofu. From there, you dry it off. You want to cut it into cubes. Go ahead and flavor it with any seasoning that you want to put on it, and then saute it. But you're not done yet. You can be done, and it would be really good. But once you see the tofu start to turn golden brown, that's when you want to finish it off in the oven. Go ahead and bake the tofu for about 15 minutes, and wow, it's gonna crisp up and just be amazing and truly life-changing. So I highly recommend you go check out your local store, find this amazing cheap staple, and make some delicious tofu. Number 5 staple budget food are power salads. A lot of you might be confused because when you think of salad, you think of either expensive or boring. So how does it make any sense that it's on this list? Let me tell you, a power salad is significantly different than your average salad. You want to take your salad to the next level. You want to give it superpowers by adding extra fruits and veggies to it to really kick it up a notch. Go ahead and start with the basic greens, which aren't that expensive. I'll put add-on vegetables, I'll put add-on fruits, maybe I'll put some nuts or seeds, and then I'll top it off with my favorite dressing, which is ginger dressing. Sometimes if I'm feeling really crazy, I might make my own dressing, but lately for me it's just easier to go ahead and buy it from the store. And I love making these power salads. I feel satiated, they're delicious, they really hit the spot, and they're pretty cheap. Oh, and not to mention, they're salads, so they're super healthy for you too. So those are my top 5 favorite main staple foods that I keep in my kitchen on a budget. Literally, these foods are some of the cheapest foods of all time. So next time you hear someone say,
"Wow, healthy food is so expensive,"
just go ahead and just show them this video and just be like, "Hey, have you seen that guy Chris? Have you seen his video? That guy Chris, you should watch his video about why eating healthy is not expensive." What are your favorite struggle meals? Did I name one of your top ones too? Let me know down in the comments. Something you might notice from all of these meals is they require a little bit of preparation, a little bit of cooking. And I don't want you to be scared of that. I used to feel a little bit intimidated of the kitchen. I didn't know what I was doing in the kitchen. I didn't want to even try because I was worried I was gonna mess up. And I know a lot of other people are in a similar boat. So I want to encourage you to just trust yourself and explore. Try new things, get in touch with your food, and just start creating. You might actually find something you really enjoy. So today I'm making a creamy banana protein smoothie. Add that right into the Vitamix. And what I'm doing right now is I'm going to start out with a homemade hemp milk. Because hemp, you know, it's high in protein, and they just taste like really good too. Pop this on the blender and see where that takes us. The whole message here is just being mindful about your food. You're being mindful about the budget. You're being mindful about eating healthy. You're doing your best. And honestly, that's all you could do, is just do your best and think about the larger implications that your food has on a broader scale, like your health and on your budget and even on the environment.
Intentional eating can be defined in many ways. It just depends on what your specific values are. So in my case, I do want to live a long period of time, so for that reason I consume a lot of healthy things and foods that are associated with most longevity. I also eat in ways that are in line with environmentalism, and then of course from the ethical standpoint as a vegan activist, I do eat with animals in mind, and I aim to consume diets that don't put in demand animal exploitation and killing and all these kinds of things. So that's how I view intentional eating and how it aligns with my values, but it definitely depends on the person and what it is they are aiming to do with their diet.
If you love learning about how to eat healthy on a budget, make sure you tune in next week because this is actually part 1 of 2. Next week, I'm gonna be showing you the top grocery shopping ninja tricks. So make sure to go ahead and click the subscribe button and stay tuned for that video. The most important takeaway here is just to be mindful of what you're eating. What you eat can make such a difference on so many levels. And that's why being mindful with your food is so important. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you got value from it. If you like this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Make sure to go ahead and subscribe and click the little bell so you can be notified every time I post a new video every Tuesday. And also make sure to go ahead and follow me on Instagram because I post on there pretty much every day. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.